Going to get into, what CNN leaked on Diddy. And so he assaulted his ex-girlfriend, Cassie, in the hallway of the Intercontinental Hotel in 2016. Yeah, it goes all the way back to 2016. Allegedly, the story goes that Diddy was highly intoxicated. The two had an argument. He punched her in the eye. So Cassie attempted to escape the hotel room and Diddy fell asleep. The video shows Cassie attempting to get on the elevator in the hallway of the Intercontinental Hotel. And then it shows Diddy running down the hallway in his towel, white towel. So brother was naked running down the hallway. So he gets to her. He grabs her by the hair, throws her to the ground. He kicks her in the side, then he kicks her in the butt, and then he tries to drag her back down the hallway he came from. So then it shows a clip where, I'm not for sure if it was before that or after it, but it shows a clip of him, I don't know if she fell into the corner, he threw her in the corner or something, and then he was sitting down with his towel on, throwing glass vases at her. And then it showed a clip of her trying to call in the hallway on the hotel phone, trying to get help. So it's not looking good for Diddy, and I think it's so sad that she went through 10-11 years that they were together.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long time to go through that.
Go through abuse. They also say that Diddy, yeah, what a pity.
Yeah, what a pity on Diddy.
What a pity on Diddy. Diddy allegedly paid the hotel $50,000 to get the surveillance video from them, but I don't know who leaked it. I don't know if it was a hotel. I don't know if it came from the raid. I have no idea. Does anybody know?
I think they're allegedly saying it came from the raid.
Yeah.
I believe that's what they found, that footage from the raid is what I think I saw online. Not for sure, but
yeah,
that's what it's showing.
That's dumb of him to keep that footage. I don't know why he would keep that footage, because then nobody would have never seen it, and they would only, just go by her word of having it. Well, there's been several people that said they've had abuse at the hands of Diddy, Kim Porter, and who else did he date that's come out? I don't know if anybody else has reported it, but
I know there's several things online about different instances with different women, but I think Cassie and Kim are the main one people talk about.
And he denied all. He has the video.
Yeah,
that's that's something.
He called it offensive and outrageous, knowing he did what he did to multiple women or probably people in general, because he's probably putting his hands on some of his staff and assistants, I would think. I mean, if he's abusive like that, sometimes it gravitates towards other people in your life. I don't know about his kids. I can't see him really doing that to his kids, but you never know. You never know when people have, that abusive nature. But yeah, Diddy's known for his wild sex parties, drug-filled parties, and orgies, and so on. And and everybody's been to him. All kinds of stars, people you wouldn't even think. I even seen a video of Lecrae. You know who Lecrae is?
Oh yeah, the gospel rapper?
Yeah, the gospel rapper. He said that he had been to a couple of Diddy parties.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And said that he tried to, not partake in some of the things that he's seen going on. It's like, yeah, okay.
I don't know why he would be there.
Right.
No,
Yeah, that's what
what
I'm
about T.D. Jakes and all those people that are around him that are of faith? You know what I mean? Like, how do you feel
T.D.
about
Jakes his parties?
Oh, a couple months ago.
Oh my
He was at a
goodness!
party? Are you sure he was at a party?
Are you sure it was T.D. Jakes?
Yeah,
I know that they
definitely there was something going on.
Why would they be at a P. Diddy party? I don't know.
Diddy has accusation with boys. A lot of
young boys,
sexual homosexual activity
right.
with Diddy.
claimed Usher and Justin
Well,
Bieber, and
I think they're saying that Justin made a song or something about it, or
Oh, really?
I'm not. Don't let me.
Okay.
But
we'll have to check.
I know
Right,
there's
yeah.
been interviews where Usher is like uncomfortable talking about his dealings with Diddy back in the day. That he looks extremely uncomfortable when talking. You can see it all on his face.
right.
Diddy
yeah.
has a lot going on, and anybody that would even think about supporting him right now or being around him right now is a fool.
Right.
It
Absolutely.
doesn't make any sense. And then he's a narcissist. All this stuff is going on right now. He still has his comments on Instagram open. He thinks he's untouchable. He thinks he has so much money, so much power that
Right,
nobody
yeah.
can touch it. But we coming for you. They coming for you hard. And it doesn't matter how much money you have, you going down.
Yeah, he's. I think he went down. He's done. He's done. But I bet a lot of things are gonna come out. It's gonna start
Well,
rolling
they've been
in.
coming out
It's gonna start
hard
rolling
this
in.
year. And that was like something that I think some people needed. I think some people thought she was just with him for the money, or they didn't believe her side per se.
Right,
Maybe not
yeah.
even with him just for the money. I don't think they believed her side, but that proof
Yeah, a
is in
lot
the
of people
pudding.
didn't.
That video, you cannot escape that. That is Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, whatever his name is, and Cassie. He can't get away from that.
I think the only thing about that, and I know this is going to really, seem very controversial probably, but, I just wish people would come out earlier with this information. That's just my opinion. She was with him for, what, 10, 11 years? Okay.
Right,
And, whether it was love, I have no idea, but it also had to be the fact that, she felt being attached to him, that was going to get her somewhere in her career. Okay. Get her a lot of money, a lot of notice and all of that. And again, y'all, this is just me, but, I feel like sometimes, throughout the years, if somebody feels like that it went south, their plans didn't come together like they thought it was going to come together. That's why they stayed around and took the abuse or whatever, because they kept thinking that, okay, I know why I'm in here. I'm in here for the long haul because, from this, I'm going to get this or I'm going to get that. And I think when none of that, comes together, then at some point they say, well, I'm just going to air out. I'm just going to air out everything that happened. Okay. Because I'm just wondering if, and I'm not going to say this about everybody, and I'm just thinking back of the Cosby case, people were coming out, 20, 30 years later.
Yeah, 20, 30, 40.
But
and
they
it's
locked
like,
him up.
and
They
it's
locked
like-
him up, though. You know what I mean? Didn't he go down?
Yes, yes,
he
he
went
did.
down.
But there's a thing that's
Yes, he
out there
did.
saying that there's a statute of limitations on this case, and that
Exactly.
they're
But
not
how
going.
can there be a statute of limitation on this case when any
I don't
other
know.
case of abuse or whatever, they can go back 20, 30, 40 years?
Exactly.
Okay, and I'm not, so we'll have to
I
check
don't
with
know
that.
if it's because she
Yes.
all sued out. I don't know if it has anything to do with that. I'm not a legal person. I don't know about legal things.
Like, when did she first file that? Do you know? I mean, this
She-
all took place, back in 2016?
She filed the
or?
lawsuit at the end of November of last year.
Okay, well, I
2023.
mean, it was still 7 or 8 years later,
And
right?
I think what happened for her case, I'm not,
Yeah, no,
trying
go
to
ahead.
make excuses or anything like that, but when you're in those situations, you tend to feel like you're alone. You feel like you can't talk to no one. You're being manipulated. You are being coerced into doing things that you don't want to do, or they're telling you that they're going to do X, Y, Z. If you tell someone, or she might have signed an NDA. I don't know. There's a lot of things. I mean, he could have, who knows what he said to her to make her not say anything. She probably was scared. But I think what happened was when they parted in 2018, 2019, she got with her, I think it was a personal trainer. I think his name's Alex.
Yes.
I think she got with him. She probably told him the whole story. And he's probably like, you need to say something. You need to come out and say something about this. And then with all the other things that have been going on over the past few years with the Me Too movement and all that stuff, I just think that she was ready to come out and tell her story.
Did she want to come out so she can make money
I don't
off
know.
of this? I mean, come on, you guys. You know,
Well, as a domestic abuse survivor, I know like you feel sometimes like you're embarrassed. You feel like you can't, talk to people about it. You feel alone. You feel like nobody's gonna believe me. Well, in her case, it was Diddy.
Right,
People
yeah.
have his back.
Yeah.
They, she probably wanted to say something many years, but she knew Diddy how powerful he is.
Right.
Who's gonna believe me? Who's gonna believe little me? Diddy has all this hush money. She probably knew he had paid people off to not show that footage. And she probably knew the bets were against her. And she probably just felt like she was alone and just couldn't just...
Well, what's the difference then and now?
She's
not
out
under
of
his
it.
thumb. She's
Okay.
out of it.
Well, I mean, I'm
She's
just
got
saying.
the strength to do so now.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all.
You just go.
What century are we in? What century are we in?
You go within your shell of,
Yeah.
and then you break free from that, and then you get the strength to come out and.
Well, do you get the strength from other people that are like?
Yeah, you get.
I mean,
strength
okay,
from
but
people.
are you getting strength from the? Oh my God, girl, that was Diddy. If you say something about that, you could.
But I think
you
he
might
owed
be
her
able,
that
you might be able to
power.
get some money out of this,
Well,
and if
she
we
needed
with
that
you,
money.
we might get
Hey,
paid too.
You
Okay,
know what?
I'm just saying it could be a group effort. I don't know.
If that was me, I was in a relationship with Diddy, and I just came out and decided, hey, I want to tell my story because he did all this stuff to me. Of course, I'm gonna think about getting paid.
Exactly.
Okay, he's worth like, I think I've seen like from 900 million to $1 billion with all the the things that he's into and his assets and all the stuff that he's doing. He's worth almost $1 billion. I'm going, he
Absolutely.
he should pay me back
He
for all my
should.
10, 11 years of suffering.
Mhm.
Of course.
Yep.
But that
Of
was,
course.
I'm just saying, there's a part that I feel like that was by choice. She stayed there by choice because she thought she was going to get something out of that relationship. Now, that's just the
I don't
bottom
know.
line. Like you said, it was Diddy. It was
I
Diddy.
don't know.
Well, there is footage. I hope you
Would
guys-
they had went that long if it was somebody that wasn't known, broke,
Well, there is
didn't
footage.
have anything.
People do it all the time.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
People
I
do it all the
understand
time.
that. But it's just, during these times, y'all, I think everybody has clearly been educated. It's not like we're talking about back in the 60s.
Right, yeah.
Back in the 70s, back
Yeah.
in the 80s, where things were like, oh my gosh, I don't want to say anything because, come on, y'all. That's all I'm saying. People need to start coming out a lot sooner. Stop waiting 10, 20, 30 years down the road, okay? And get it out. If something's wrong, get it out. Get it out now. Stop the waiting stuff. People are going to listen to you. They are. You're going to get help. Maybe not the assistance that we would have got if it was, years ago, but everybody has that now. And so in my opinion, I just don't think there's no sense in waiting anymore. Stop the wait thing,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. Stop the
I
wait
get where
thing.
you're coming from.
Stop the wait thing, y'all. Stop coming out.
I don't think it's right either for people to come out
Down through the years, you done got married
15,
now.
20, 30 years later.
You
but
got kids now and everything, and now
It did
now
happen.
you want to have all this to come out. Why didn't you do that?
Yeah.
Come on,
I get what you're saying.
No, that's just me. That's
Well,
just
I
my
seen
personal
the
opinion.
footage. That was from the Ray. I think Cassie just wanted her money, and I think she would do it. But I really don't think Cassie wanted that footage out. I mean, she's probably going through it again, seeing it all over social media plastered, and people like looking at it and talking about her. I believe she probably
she had to
wanted
expect
that.
a lot of stuff to happen. She came out with it.
Well, she did that civil
Okay,
lawsuit.
so it
but-
wasn't, no.
Well, she probably thought the footage was gone because it was supposed to be gone. So I don't know if she really thought it was going to
Well,
be.
if anything, this will help her, right? So she should be glad that this is,
helps her
come out,
solidify her, like,
yeah, exactly,
right, to say that she really was.
No more allegations. It's factual, correct?
Yeah.
It's factual now.
Yeah.
Okay, so she ought to be happy about that.
Well, I know, like,
and I feel bad for her. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I just wish that she would have came time ago so that she wouldn't have had to have endured, all these years of abuse. That's all I'm saying. You know.
Have you thought about? Now that I'm thinking about it, have you thought about, like, there's probably people that witnessed it multiple times that didn't say anything. And
shame on them.
Right.
Yeah, she probably thought, well, everybody's seeing this. Nobody's doing nothing. Nobody's going to believe me. People are on his side.
Well, yeah.
Because a lot of people have seen this.
Absolutely.
They've seen her go across her head. And that did a thing. She probably thought, I'm just stuck.
Well,
I think she was like his little model chick. I think he just had her around, like, as a trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like eye candy.
Yeah, he was her eye candy.
But they interviewed someone last night on CNN. I think it was an assistant of P. Diddy some years back, and she had mentioned that she didn't see any of these kind of things happening. She really didn't. But she said, did it surprise her when this came out? No.
Well, there you go.
And she didn't see any of this, but she said it did not surprise her at all.
But there you
You
go.
not at all. And she said, as a matter of fact, I am sickened by this. And just the fact of, oh my gosh, but that's what she said last night. Absolutely.
She might not have seen it, but somebody's seen it.
Yeah.
Well, her in the lawsuit that, and it states in the lawsuit that she was forced into sexual acts with male prostitutes, and he would record it and masturbate over in the corner, and he's
I was not aware of that.
Yes. And also that he would force her to take drugs and kept her drugged up. So, most of the time maybe she was drugged out of her mind, and wasn't able to have her own thoughts.
What was her parents? Where was her family?
I don't know.
She had to have shared something with somebody or somebody. Can't you tell sometimes by how your children act or maybe their lack of communication with you that something may be wrong? Okay, I'm just wondering if anybody came forth in her family and said, hey, are you okay? Or, you haven't been yourself, or we haven't seen you in a long time, or what's going on there? And I'm just saying.
Maybe she doesn't have family.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe she hid because her family's thinking that she's maybe getting them out of whatever, maybe she might have poverty type family, and she's supposed to be
I'm gonna give you an example. But I went through emotional and mental abuse for 12 years, and my family didn't know nothing. They knew nothing about that situation. I hid it the whole time.
Yeah, I experienced that personally,
so,
but. With you, why did you hide it that long?
I didn't want
he had money or anything.
No, that's what I'm trying to prove.
For your career.
People do it all the time. They feel ashamed. I felt ashamed. I want people to think that that we was getting along and it was a good marriage, and I just didn't want that out in the atmosphere. I didn't want it in the streets. I don't want people to know my business.
Well, let me ask you this.
Only a couple of people witnessed it.
Let me ask you this. If that took place today in y'all's life, okay, would you come out quickly?
Yeah, but we've experienced it as well, so we're not going to do that again.
Yeah.
Or we're going to say something, or somebody's going to know. We're not going to be like, nobody's going to know nothing that's going on. Somebody's going to know something. And she was young too, I think, when they got together as
she
well.
was like 19.
I think she was
first
super
met.
young.
I don't know.
Wasn't
how
he
she was when
like?
they got together.
Is he 20-some years older than her or 30? I don't know.
He's older.
A nice age gap there.
I don't know.
He got her in like young and just wet behind the ears, and I think he took advantage of that.
That doesn't help either, being young and impressionable, and she was, just starting out her career, and she might have thought, Diddy's gonna help me with my career, maybe. I don't know.
Back in the day, that's when all that making of the band stuff was going on. You had Danny Kane, which Aubrey from there always been on his head.
Yeah, she's
always
is
on
been
his head. She don't be quiet.
What's her name?
I think it's Aubrey O'Day. Aubrey O'Day, I believe.
Is she a singer?
It's part of one of his groups that he had during the days where he's making the band groups.
Making the band, yeah. And I watched that too.
He had some people underneath him around that time, and he was supposed to blow up people around that time. So if he was connected with Diddy, you were supposed to be blowing up. So he got her when she was, during that time frame and everything, and I think she thought he was going to be, blowing her up and everything, and she was young and.
Now, let me ask you this. Did him and Jay-Z have anything going on? I remember somebody mentioned something about that, or there was pictures of them kissing or something.
I don't think that's...
I'm just saying. I don't know if they did or not. I'm just saying it was out there. It was out there. Jay-Z, it was out there. I saw it. It was out there.
I think they're fake. Those might be fake pictures.
You think they were fake pictures?
I didn't see them, but I'm thinking that they might be fake pictures.
Okay.
People can alter pictures all the time. I see it all the time, but I hadn't heard it because that would be everywhere if that really happened. So I don't know about that, but I know that Jay-Z did go to his parties, and I think Beyonce probably did too.
Don't you have a friend that actually knows?
I know someone that was he was a DJ and he was in that scene. I'm not gonna mention his name, but he didn't really say anything to me about Diddy or anything like that. But he did mention something about Jamie Foxx being on the down low, and he said that all that stuff happens all the time. He was saying that the Illuminati was real. He was saying, different things that were alarming. He said he had to get out of there because it was a bit much. But there's a lot of crazy, insane behind the scenes stuff that goes on in Hollyweird.
Hollyweird.
Yeah. Hollyweird.
Wow.
So, yeah, but...
Well, you think about it, the stars now, a lot of them, try to shelter their kids from that. Like, you would think, I know Usher said he wouldn't have his kids in it. Justin Timberlake, all his kids he don't even show them.
Yeah, I haven't seen Justin Timberlake's kids.
Yeah, they shelter them from.
Because they know what they've been through.
Exactly.
What goes on. Because there's a lot of some crazy stuff. And I don't know
good for them.
Usher these days.
Yeah.
What about Usher?
I don't know about Usher.
What do you mean?
I don't know. The way he looked at the Met Gala was... I didn't like his look. He had them gold grills in his mouth. He couldn't hardly he couldn't talk because his teeth was all grilled up with this gold.
So what are you saying? You think he's going through something? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. I do like Usher as an artist. I don't know what he's like as a person. But I do like him as an artist. One of my favorite all-time songs is an Usher song. So, but I just didn't like his look at the Met Gala. It just kind of alarmed me in the comments that he...
Well, did he look sweet? What are you saying? I mean... What are you saying? I mean, I don't understand. You brought it up.
Sometimes he wears pearl necklaces and stuff, but a lot of men are doing that, wearing pearl necklaces. Flowers and blouses and stuff like that.
Didn't he just get married?
Yeah. He got married Super Bowl. He got married right after his performance. He went off and got married in Las Vegas.
No, I don't know. That might be another situation that'll come out in 10 years down the road.
Hey, who knows?
I don't know. We would love to hear y'all's comments, about this. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we would like to hear y'all comments. Your stories of,
Have
a P. Diddy story? please comment. We would like to hear that.
Absolutely.
That's some tea right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if you understand Cassie's side, you know, like I do, put it in there, your situation. If you want to, you know, kind of side with her, like, you know, hey, I understand how she felt. Put that in there too. Let it all out.
Yeah, I think majority of us have some sort of Cassie story.
Unfortunately.
And that is very unfortunate.
Well, I hope she gets, you know, together and... You know, it's a sad situation. It's a very, I hate hearing anything like this happening to anybody, you know. And I think that's why I just feel like, you know, like I said earlier, please, you know, come out with it.
Yeah.
Come out now,
let
y'all.
Someone know.
There's no reason to hide anything.
No, there's not.
Not in these times. There's no reason to hide anything anymore. Okay? And you don't have to wait until a group of people come forward before you say something, you know. And I know that's probably support, okay? But, you know, come on out with it. Come on out with it. You know, if that, you know, inspires others to come out that's been through the same thing, that's good too, don't get me wrong. But just come on out with it, y'all. Really. That's just
or
the only thing
that something, say something as well.
Right,
if you see something, say something. Sometimes people don't have the voice to speak up. But if you do it for them.
And if y'all are into this because of the money, what you're going to get out of it, that's wrong.
Worth it.
That's wrong. You know, if you know somebody's going through some stuff and they're being abused, or, you know, you knew about this, you know, Cassie situation or anything, then y'all was wrong. You know, y'all should have came out and leaked something, you know, and so it wouldn't have got to this point. Okay, but you know, this is what's happening anymore, that people's into this for the money, and you know, that it's just wrong. That's all I got to say about that. You know, you need to check yourselves, okay, to see something like that and not say anything. Okay.
Yeah. If you're a guy, stop it. If you see somebody abusing someone,
it's not cool. It's not cool. Manly about that, you know. When I saw that footage and you know, he was kicking her and dragging her, I thought, wow, you know, I wouldn't even want to be around him anymore. Not at all. Not at all. It's disgusting. It made me sick. It really did. You know, Diddy, you ain't about a damn thing. You know, shame on you. You know, so you're sickening. You're disgusting. Okay. Oh my God.
Oh, well, on that note, this is Vent 365. Please demand your respect. Get out of those abusive and controlling relationships. Seek help. Get help. The hotline for domestic violence is 1-800-799-7233. They are available 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Lainey, say that number again, you know, just to make sure.
Domestic violence hotline is 1-800-799-7233. They are available 24/7. And with this concludes our episode, and we shall see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.